Okay, take a look at the Copper Box camera pen. So that is a very nice looking pen. Now you can kind of see the camera in there, so if you got the light hitting it just right, it might make itself kind of obvious, but most people probably aren't going to notice. Oh, that's kind of cool. So it looks like we got our USB-C charging port right there, and we got our pen in the end. So if we need to replace that, we can do that. And this is a twist style pen. And one of the cooler things about this is it does actually write. It'll make it much easier to pass this thing as a legitimate pen. So it comes with a USB-A to USB-C charging cord. And we have a bunch of extra heads. So in the event that we wear that one down, we can just replace that and keep on going. So it's actually going to allow this to be much more useful over the long term. Then we got a mini screwdriver and we have a reset tool. So the way it's supposed to work is that there is a button on the top. There isn't going to be any light on the front. The only light is going to be on the back in this little hole right there. So it's going to be kind of hard to see. We're just going to press and hold this for 3 seconds. So you saw that blink 3 times. That means now it is recording. So test, 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 test. I'm not sure if this has stabilization on it, so I'm not really sure if you're going to be putting this in your pocket and walking around, how stable that is actually going to be. So that's one thing I'm going to be testing. And I also want to be checking on the sound quality of it. But if nothing else, this is a fairly legit looking pen. And for just like the small size of this thing, the fact that it's got a battery, it's already got the storage contained in it, literally has everything that you need for a camera. So very cool little tool. And when you're ready to stop recording, again, you just press and hold for 3 seconds. There we go. Right now I'm walking around handheld. There's probably going to be some shake. It's probably going to be a little exaggerated too because this is kind of a dark environment. Now I'm going to put it in my shirt pocket. There we go. So that is the convenient way of carrying it. Don't know if that makes a difference or not. I'm actually kind of curious to find out. I'm also curious if the rubbing on my shirt is going to affect the sound from the microphone. And it looks like the camera is pointing slightly up, and that has a lot more just to do with the shape of my body, so you might get different results. Well, you're just going to depend on how you wear it, so I do recommend testing it out before you actually use it for anything important. This room is fairly dark, and there's a lot of noise, so we'll see if that affects anything. Might as well step outside and see how it does in very low light. Most cameras in this environment can't see anything. I'm going to put my flashlight on the wall. So maybe, maybe not, you'll be able to see that. Now we go into the back rooms. So that's probably enough for the pocket cam. Let's go ahead and go back to handheld. Hey, look at that, we got a fault over there. Over voltage. Yeah, immediate over voltage. Okay. So it is a somewhat dimly lit hallway. There is decent light in here right now. So yeah, that's a pretty cool pen.